Imagine waking up in the morning and having to put on a backpack that feels like it's 100 pounds. Instead of it being books, it's emotions like stress, anxiety, depression that is weighing down that backpack. Everyone is so stigmatized against these feelings that they don't freely talk about them. Millions of students, some that we may even know, some may even be watching this video, feel like they are putting on a backpack that just feels like that every single day. Mental health is a broad issue that needs to be discussed more freely within schools through programs and through classes. We've all been in the shoes of a student who has felt like this, with stress with work, with stress with life. Everyone feels emotions constantly. These emotions can affect the student's ability to have proper social relationships, to fail academically, and schools that don't have these programs have a less inclusive learning environment. People have done studies on schools that have these types of programs implemented, and they have seen a lot of good results. There has been even first-hand interviews to students who have said that they have felt this exact way as well, and that they need and want these programs. Today I will be discussing how talking about mental health can decrease social issues, can improve academic success, and even create a more safe environment for learning. More consistent talks about mental health help improve the social life of a lot of students. They gain important tools to understand themselves and their peers. Understanding emotions and how to deal with them help in many aspects. Students can sometimes take emotions out on friends and family and peers, and sometimes even themselves. Students are less likely to take stress and anger out if they are learning about these ways to decrease stress, to decrease anxiety, decrease depression through programs. Skills can help them teach or help them learn proper boundaries and proper communication skills. They can even help them learn proper coping mechanisms. Talking about this helps students who feel alone in the world and like the world is weighing down on them feel less alone. When mental health is discussed more freely, it helps it become destigmatized, and it helps connect students to their peers and helps them realize that they are all on this together. Not only does talking about emotions and pressure help in social relationships, but it can also help a student excel academically. Talking about mental health can improve the academic performance of students. We all know when we are feeling stressed or like we have anxiety about a job or an interview that we're forgetting our names, we're forgetting our last job we had, we're forgetting what we did yesterday. Emotions can put a visor on people and block out the sun, aka our concentration. Stress, anxiety, and depression all play a factor in our memory, focus, and most of all, motivation to do anything. Addressing issues like this can help a student learn their can help a student take this weight off their chest, and it can help them educate themselves on feeling or on decreasing these feelings. They can learn time management, study tips to reduce overcrowding and stress, and relaxation tips. Schools with mental health programs see an increase in students who are more likely and more willing to participate in their classes. I went to a school that had a program that had peer-to-peer counseling. It even had counselors that came in and who were free, and the students did not have to pay. Students I would see come in sobbing, and they would leave with a smile, and I would see them later on in the day participating in their classes, talking to their friends that they weren't talking to the day before because they were feeling all these emotions on them. So in talking about these through programs can help students feel like they're all together and, again, not alone. Through programs, students can learn many skills and have academic confidence. But students also learn how to destigmatize these feelings. Discussion on mental health can decrease stigma, in turn, create a healthier learning environment all around. Students will learn it's okay to ask for help when they need it instead of letting it boil inside. Students will be more likely to know their feelings and to not be ashamed and bottle it up and not seeking support from friends and family and other trusted adults. When mental health is addressed more regularly, issues within mental health won't become as huge as a problem to the point of boiling over. In my senior year, I had a peer who I had grown up with my whole life. He was a bright, bubbly person who everyone thought that he was just a silly little guy and like nothing was wrong in his life. I was in my junior class with him, and I remember we were going over our mental health topic, and he would laugh about it and joke about it and make jokes. No one noticed that inside he was like a tornado. No one noticed that he was like a boiling pot of water, because no one knew how to address these feelings. And then that pot of boiling water boiled over. During our graduation, we had to take a whole minute of silence for this peer. No one should have to take a moment of silence for a student they grew up with or a friend they grew up with. No one should feel like they're alone or they're weak for feeling these things. And if it is talked about more, then students will have a safe learning environment and feel like it's okay. After all this exploration, we've learned that supportive and aware environments improve everyone. Socially, by building proper communication, academically through clear thinking and proper coping mechanisms, and school-wide by promoting a safe and inclusive learning environment. So remember, talking about mental health isn't just a thing you can escape, a thing that is perceived as weak, a thing that's perceived as that you are less than. It is something that is so needed through everyone, through adults, through students who are young, through elderly. And you guys can already fit a math class, a science class, an English class into your schedule. So what would a program or a class about mental health ever hurt? Programs can save a life and lighten those backpacks that feel like they weigh 100 pounds.